Hey everybody, it's your girl Tara Michelle. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel, Opinionated Scents, our safe space to discuss all things fragrance, whether we like them or not. And today, we like them a lot. Today we're talking about my latest and greatest obsession, which happens to be Dua brand, the House of Dua, Dua fragrances. I don't care what you call them, they're amazing. So they're widely known for being an inspiration house or a dupe house, if you will. However, they have so many original creations of their own that I just don't like to call them that anymore. So we're going to talk all things Dua. I just hauled 8 new fragrances. I've had them. Some of them I've only had a couple of days. The other ones I've had a couple of weeks. Oh, they're just so good. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. The first one we're going to talk about is called Angelic Elixir. And this is their take on Kilian's Angel Share. Yes, I know so many people love that fragrance. It took the world by storm. Beautiful packaging. However, for me, that fragrance was too gingerbread cookie-ish. You guys know I don't do a lot of spices. I'm not big on nutmeg and cinnamon and all those other spices that, you know, make you smell like a pie or a cobbler. I like for my house to smell like that, but I don't necessarily want to smell like that. But I was very interested in Dua's take because to me, sometimes they just knock it out of the park. What I hate about an original, they will correct in their version. Yeah. This is beautiful. So I'm just going to review some of the notes. We have cognac, cinnamon, tonka bean, oak, praline, vanilla, sandalwood. All things that I like. And for me, this version is much easier to wear. It doesn't even pull slightly masculine to me. The cognac never takes control of the scene. It is so well blended with the rest of these notes. And it pulls more feminine to me. You know, it's supposed to be unisex, but I think this version, the Dua version, yes, I'm in love with this. This is completely night and day from my reaction to Angel Share by Kilian. I just immediately knew it was not worth the price tag, even for the bottle, because I don't purchase perfumes for the packaging. I do like packaging, but I'm not spending $195 on a glass bottle that doesn't even have anything in it I can actually partake in that I like. So for me, I definitely prefer Angelic Elixir over Kilian's Angel Share. This next one that we're going to talk about is another inspired fragrance. This is Dua's take on Gourmand Coquin. I think that's how you say that, from the House of Guerlain. This one is called Dark Chocolate, Rum, and Vanilla. Keep it simple, keep it sweet. I'm here for it. The notes are dark chocolate, cacao, rum, vanilla, spices, rose, and pepper. So I let my 6-year-old smell this, my son, and he immediately said, it smells like the brown stuff that Grandpa puts in his eggnog. And then he said, what's it called? Alcohol. I let my 8-year-old daughter smell it, and she said it smelled like chocolate. She said it smells like chocolate. I get them both. When this first opens up, it is the most beautiful blend of dark chocolate, cacao, and rum. I get them in equal parts. So magnificent. Now it is very, very pungent at first because it's like they're all fighting to be the star of the show in like the first 15-30 seconds, but I don't mind. What this turns into is a luxurious experience with chocolate and rum. This is not normally my go-to. This is not normally my thing, but I want to bathe in this. I've never smelled the original. Hell, I had never heard of the original before they started talking about making their own version. If that's not how you say that, tell me how to say it, because that sounds like cocaine and I'm a little irritated by that. But this is so beautiful. This is like, it's not like the Tootsie Roll chocolate that you get in Hugo Boss's Scent Private Accord for her, which is a favorite of mine. You guys know that. This is more refined. This is definitely more refined, more grown up. I think it's sexy. Does it smell like chocolate? And the rum does eventually fade for me. Like in the late mid dry down, it fades down into the background. If you're really searching for it, you're going to get it, you know. However, I think it becomes a supreme team player in the sense that it makes that chocolate shine. My goodness. I love this. I love this. The next fragrance is also an inspired by fragrance. This is inspired by XerJoff's Erba Gold, and it's called Pure Gold Nectar. Now, this one is very interesting to me. Let me go ahead and read the notes. The notes are Sicilian orange, Calabrian bergamot, Sicilian lemon, fruity notes, Madagascan vanilla, white musk, and amber accord. This is a beautiful citrus. Shout out to everybody who told me to get this one on the Dua Facebook page. You gotta join. If you've never been there, you gotta join the group. It is an experience, seriously. And oh, you guys were so right. Now, I thought there was oud in here because it opens up with these beautiful bursts of citruses. I mean, it's just lively. But whatever fruity notes are used in this with the white musk and the amber accord, pull like the sweetest, fruitiest, best blend of an oud inside of a citrus fragrance I've ever smelled. It doesn't say that there's oud in here, so I'm gonna trust with that. But the way it's blended comes across like it is. It's stunning. Next level stunning to me, because I am a girl who loves citruses. I am so excited for spring and summer to wear this. It's just beautiful. This is called Delectable Temptation, and I do believe it's a Dua original. Guys, at first spray, all I smelled was blueberries, maple syrup, and a hint of cinnamon. I don't pick up the cinnamon anymore, so there could have been Angelic Elixir that was playing around, you know, with my palette there. But if you want to smell like fresh blueberry pancakes with the best maple syrup you have ever smelled in your life, oh my goodness. Even though I have it on the stick, I had to go straight from the bottle. But this is, it's unreal. It's unreal. Makes me want pancakes and bacon every time I smell it with a tall glass of fresh squeezed orange juice. Now, the bacon and orange juice are just because that is what I would normally have. They have nothing to do with the fragrance. But the blueberry pancakes, here are the notes. Canadian dark maple syrup, fresh blueberries, wild honey, whipped cream, Virginia cedar. Now, the cedar is definitely a background player, and I think it's probably there to make this fragrance last longer and to also keep it from just being too sickeningly, why do I always have trouble with that word? Sickeningly sweet. But it is, baby, first of all, you have to have a sweet tooth. When I first smelled it, I was like, there's no way I'm going to wear this. And then the second time I tried it, I was like, this gets better every time. It's less smacking me in the face because I'm getting used to it and I don't mind it. I've smelled things and sold them from places where I'm just like, this is too fresh on my plate, put in my face, give me my knife and fork. I just can't. But with this, watch me. I love this. I will also be doubling up and using it as a room spray too. Probably spray my dining room and my kitchen on days when, especially, let somebody pop up. Let one of my siblings come over and be like, oh, you cooked, girl? Yeah, I just threw some pancakes together this morning, but they all gone now. This next one that we're going to talk about is inspired by Guerlain's Tonka Imperiale from their private collection art and materials line. This is called Tonkalicious. And I'll go ahead and tell you right off the bat, this was not a love at first sniff for me. This took a lot of tries and some understanding. We had to communicate. We went to couples therapy, like all of that. So upon initial spray, I smelled baby magic lotion. And I still get that Johnson & Johnson baby magic lotion type of feel throughout the whole thing. This is not the first fragrance that's happened to me in, and or happened to me with, and I do not know yet what does it. There was a Un Boy Vanille from XerJoff. That smells just like baby magic lotion. I couldn't even deal with it. So let me go over the notes. In this one we have, let me show you guys the bottle again. We have bergamot, tonka bean, rosemary, spices, jasmine, vanilla, frankincense, amber, tobacco, cedar, pine wood, and almond. So those of you who are regulars here, you're subscribed to my channel because you're lovely people. Know that I don't like frankincense, nor do I like tobacco. Like, I almost hate the smell of tobacco. In real life, in fragrances, I'm not a real smoky person. So, I don't know. But after, I will say, the first 5 minutes, I warm up to this. I really do. I start to appreciate the work and the effort that was put into this, because it smells so refined. It smells so bougie. Like, you got all the money and the fur coats, sorry PETA, and leather this, and you just doing a lot, but in the best way, because you can and because you can afford to. This just smells like money. And it's different. It's different. I think this is more of a fall fragrance for me, even a winter fragrance. And I have to be on some grown and sexy stuff. Like, I don't even go, I feel like people who would wear this would go to like a cigar bar or a hookah bar. All the things I don't do. So while I do not know where I would wear Tonkalicious to, I know I like having it. And I don't know, maybe I'll just wear it around the house, set the fireplace up. Or maybe, I don't know, go to a bonfire. Again, we're going to be talking about when the weather is changing back to cold, though. So if you like the notes that I just read off and how I describe this is your vibe, I think this is going to be one of the best purchases you can make. I have to grow up into this, not you. Again, that's Tonkalicious. The next one I'm going to bring to you is also inspired by a fragrance. So this is called She Loves Red, and it is inspired by BDK's Rouge Smoking. You know, Rouge Smoking took the world by storm. Again, not the world, our world in YouTube. YouTube, everybody had to have it. It was just the greatest thing in the world. I got a little sample of it and was like, no, I'm not spending the amount of money that they're asking for on this. No. So, meh. I felt the same way about Tonka Imperiale, by the way. That's why I don't own it. But for whatever reason, I was just curious to see what Dua could do with it. So, hence the same thing with this one. She Loves Red. So, this also was not a love at first sniff. Let me go over the notes. Okay, what am I doing with my hands here? So, the notes are cherry, pink pepper, bergamot, black vanilla. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Heliotrope, violet, orange blossom, tonka bean, white musk, cashmere wood, labdanum, and ambroxan. So for me, when I first sprayed this, I got labdanum, heliotrope, and pink pepper. That was it. Right? I was like, what in the world? No, thank you. About, I want to say 5 minutes in, it started to change. And so I sprayed it on my skin immediately because I was like, wait. Let me see if my post points will do something with this, because I'm feeling like there's more to this than meets the eye right now. Guys, when the cherry comes alive in this, this is so good. This is so, I'm starting to get tired of saying that. Like, I almost like the fact that Tonkalicious still isn't a favorite of mine. But it's something that I actually am craving to wear. I can't wait till it's cold enough to try it. I almost want to just hate something. And I don't. So I just don't want anyone to be like, oh yeah, they're paying her under the table. They're not. I just They do something to me. So anyway, with that being said, because I sound like a crazy person on a rant, the cherry comes alive in this and it just becomes the most beautiful feminine fragrance. It's just nice. It isn't earth-shattering, mind-blowing, and I still wouldn't pay whatever ridiculous price that BDK is charging, but I would absolutely pay whatever this is. It's somewhere in between $50 and $65. Maybe, I don't think it's $70. I think all the prices on their website are in between $50 and $70. I always shop on either a 25% or 30% sale, so I'm still not even paying that. So I would absolutely pay for this. This is going to go in my beautiful spring, summer night, fall section. I'm going to get a lot of wear out of this because I'm loving the way the cherry transforms in this. And you guys know I've been on the hunt and the search for the perfect cherry. Now this is a different cherry from like the Tom Ford, situation, but it's just pretty. This is a signature scent. This is everyday work appropriate. This is, I just feel pretty today and I want something that also exudes that. So I'm going to choose this. I like it, guys. And it makes me wonder if I would have played around with that little sample of BDK's Rouge Smoking, if it also would have developed more for me. But I didn't because I didn't want to. So I digress. We must move on. It's time for a battle. A little bit of an inspiration showdown. And we're going to be doing an inspiration showdown between two dupes of Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. We have Oriental Cherry by Dossier, and we have Popped Cherry by Dua. Dua wins on the name. I like both of the packaging. I like this minimalistic thing, but Dua is just, with them come on. Yeah, okay, we'll call it a draw for different reasons because I, like different things for different reasons. But it's about the juice, you guys. So I'm not even going to go over the notes because they're probably going to be like really close to the same. Or maybe I will. Okay, so for Dossier, we have cherry, almond, cinnamon, cloves, jasmine, tonka bean. And then let's look up Popped Cherry and see what they have. They have black cherry, bitter almonds, cherry liqueur, griot syrup, jasmine sambac, roasted tonka, Turkish rose, Peru balsam, Haitian vetiver, cedarwood, and sandalwood. So I'm going to go with no. They don't have the same ingredients, materials, no, see? Okay. I've never smelled the original Tom Ford Lost Cherry. So that's why I said this is a showdown of the inspirations. I have heard people describe it to a T. I've heard people talk about whether or not Dossier matches and whether or not Dua matches. I'm going to talk to you solely about which one of these I like the most in terms of being a cherry fragrance. So for all I know, both of them are original, whatever. This one from Dossier is very light and airy and pretty. The cherry is the most prominent note, but it's not strong. It's not beast mode. It was the one reason I almost didn't keep this fragrance because I was like, man, I'm going to have to top up throughout the day, guaranteed, because this almost becomes a skin scent immediately on my skin. However, when I wear it on my clothes, I do smell it. It is pretty. The projection and sillage and all that is pretty moderate. It's not just, it doesn't just disappear, but it also isn't what I really like. Like if I'm going to work, there's a possibility that for me walking to the door and into my office, people may not know I'm there. I don't like that. I like fragrances that announce me. So if you come in 5 minutes after me, you're like, oh, Sarah Michelle's been here. I smell her. She smells great. So this is nice. And I decided to keep it. So I'm not even going to try to pretend to knock on it. It's nice. A nice watery cherry fragrance that is perfect for a signature scent, perfect for work, perfect for errands, just perfect for every day. I don't have any knocks on it other than it isn't loud enough for me. Now let's head on over to Popped Cherry from Dua. deeper, darker, richer. This is a much more weighted fragrance. This is the one that's going to last longer. This is the one that's going to give you more of a scent bubble. This one to me feels very innocent, girly, pretty. This one has sexiness to it. This woman here is mysterious. She may work in the office with you, but you know nothing about her and she likes it that way. For all we know, she could be a spy. And this one here is like the normal lady that just comes in and is really nice and really attractive and smells really good. And, you know, will tell you about her kids and her dog and all that good stuff. Both of them smell really good. Both of them smell like cherries, but they're two different beasts altogether. It's amazing to me. And now I want to smell Tom Ford's Lost Cherry because I want to know which one of these is closer to it. More light, airy, like ethereal. Deeper, darker, richer, sexier. This one just, I think it's probably the cherry liqueur and the black cherry. And the roasted. Okay, so for me, I'd say wear this one all day, every day in the spring. And top up. Make sure you top up. And this one here, I would probably top up too, just because I do that anyway. But I probably wouldn't have to top up on this one till like the 6-hour mark. And if I was having a real long day at that, guys, yeah, these don't. I mean, the similarities is like maybe 7, 8, 9, tops 10%. These are doing such different things. So I'm not even going to choose. I'm definitely going to say she's your daytime. Definitely going to say this could be your nighttime, sexy time, romantic time, date time situation. I could see me wearing this work because I have my own office. I can wear what I want to work. But I would probably just naturally reach for this one if all I was doing was going to work. If I'm doing something important, then I would probably reach for this one because this is going to make me stand out more. This one is just going to exist with me while I'm existing. But this one is going to present me, you know? Last but not least, we have the battle of the dupes or inspirations of Parfums de Marly's Cassili. So we have Dreamy Elixir from Dua. And we have Bella the Irresistible from Layered or Be Layered or whatever they're going by these days. Both of these fragrances are beautiful. And Cassili, the first time I smelled Cassili, I was in love. I was like, oh my gosh, this is a beautiful, creamy, rich, luxurious, fruity floral. However, wasn't paying that price. Again, guys, whatever. So I found the Bella the Irresistible dupe and I had like several, decants or samples or whatever. And I finally splurged on the full bottle and then just stopped wearing it because I had been wearing it so much. I recently heard about this one. Saw it on their website and was like, you know what? I would like another one. Why? Who knows why? Who knows why? It's all about my fascination with seeing what Dua's going to do with it. I'm telling you, that's it. But I got to stop doing that because I don't need two of everything. Two inspirations anyway. So Dua's Dreamy Elixir was my favorite purchase out of the 8 that I've gone over with you today. This perfume just hits me. Cassili speaks to me. So do both of these. But I'm very interested to do a side-by-side of these two. So let's go ahead and go over the notes of, what is this? Bella the Irresistible by Layered. Girl. Okay, so we have plum, mimosa, red currant, Bulgarian rose, tonka bean, vanilla, and sandalwood. Okay. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It is the best sweet, fruity, floral fragrance I've ever smelled in my life. I am not huge on florals, so you got to come through. The plum and mimosa in this are the perfect pairing. Oh my gosh. Be Layered, hit that out of the park. Hit it out of the park. Okay, so let's find the notes for Dreamy Elixir. Look, now this one, okay. where there's a huge variance in what's going on between Popped Cherry and Oriental Cherry. There's similarities I see right off the bat here. So for Dreamy Elixir, we have Red Currant, Bulgarian Rose, White Florals, Plum Accord, Mimosa Absolute, Plumeria, Petalia, Sandalwood, Tonka Bean, Vanilla Bean. Let's go. My gosh. Dude. Power, strength, potency, they're like neck and neck. This is a draw for me. First of all, because I love the original and I love the DNA of this, just the smell itself. However, they're fantastic. The price point on the Dua, you're going to pay less for Dua than you're going to pay for Be Layered. I don't even know if Be Layered still does. Well, no. Okay, so in comparing these, you know, packaging, both of the packages are cute. I don't really care. You get 1.8 fluid ounces for like $65. And I don't know if they even do sales anymore. The biggest sale I ever saw them do, I think, is like 10 or 15%. This one is probably somewhere around 65 as well. It could be in between 50 and 65, 70, somewhere in between there, okay? But you're going to get a better chance at catching a 25% off or 30% off sale with this one. However, again, it is one fluid. You're looking at 30 milliliters, 1 fluid ounce versus 1.8. So it's up to you. I cannot tell you which one to get. All I can tell you is that I am glad I have them both. I almost, you know what? Listen, I'm going to play around with these. Because to me, I feel like I cannot choose. Man, they hit it out the park with this one. This one comes across a little more refined to me. This one comes across a little more loud to me. However, I sprayed this one later than I sprayed this one. So I think that's what that's attributed to. Also, I think the reason that I'm feeling like this is more refined is because I just read those notes. I'm hearing the absolutes and the, you know, when you tell me that you're going to put mimosa in something, but then you tell me you got mimosa absolute in it. I'm like, absolutely. I'm over here. So that could be a mental thing. I am going to play around with these, but I'm going to tell you both. Both of these, I'm going to tell you guys. Both of these are going to get used. I really like them. I can't choose. And guess what? I own them both, so I don't have to. And I really love this fragrance enough to keep them both. I will go through them both. Now, if you said to me, Tara Michelle, you have to choose one that you would repurchase. If you would repurchase these, to be honest, the next time that I'm on the hunt for this fragrance, I just might get the real Cassili. Hopefully, I can catch a really great deal, a great sale, because I want that bottle. I want that packaging. I want the experience of having the real deal. Just to shake things up a little bit in my collection. But if I had to choose right now which one of these I would purchase or repurchase, I would say both. I would literally purchase them both at the same time using 2 different computers just to get you guys off my back with that question. Because somebody was going to ask. I really can't choose. I like the sound of the ingredients from Dua better. However, they just don't smell different to me. They both smell freaking amazing. And I have to be honest, I'm somebody who likes a bigger size when I really, really like something. So if anything, the edge would go to Be Layered. But because I'm also somebody who likes a sale, that edge goes to Dua. So we're right back to, it's a draw. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the little showdowns. I was just glad that I did have something I can compare it to, since I don't have either of the originals of these. But this was fun. Again, if you have never shopped with Duo before, or if you have a problem with inspirations or dupes, if your bank has a bigger problem with the price tag on the original, you may want to rethink that process, that thought process. Also, again, they have a ton of original blends over there. So give them a try, give them a shout out, join the Facebook page. I don't even know why I am doing this. I think it's because I have so much fun and I like the fragrances so much that I just want to hip everybody to them. But do what you're going to do. It's your money. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, why the heck not? Be nice. Come join me. You know you love it here. And be sure to click the like button, select the notification bell so that you never miss any of my future uploads. Join me in the comments. Have you ever shopped with Dua? If you haven't, do you think you want to now? Did you like the sound of any of these? I guarantee you, if you like the ones that are inspirations, you're going to prefer the price tag on the Duas than the original. Guarantee. Until then, bye.